Hi, this is Jesslyn, and this video is on proportional figures and how to solve for the missing side. So first of all, we need to talk about proportional figures. So proportional, let's see if I can spell this right. Proportional means that basically it is just a blown up image or a image that has been reduced, but they're proportional, which means that if these two figures are proportional, that means this little triangle can fit into this bigger triangle an even number of times, not like 2.5 times, but when I mean even, it could fit in 3 times, a whole number of times, 4 times, 5 times. So that's what I mean by proportional. We use proportionality in like floor plans for houses. That's proportional. So when you see a floor plan for an apartment or for a house and it gives you measurements like a 10 by 12 inch really represents 10 by 12 feet, which means that every inch equals 1 foot. It means that they're proportional. Okay. Because yeah, it means they're proportional. So proportional means that we can solve this using a proportion. We've worked with proportions before, but we have to do corresponding sides. Corresponding sides are in the same position. So the corresponding side for 12 is x, because if you notice, it's on that slanted side of the triangle. So they're in the same position on each triangle. So they are proportional sides. So that's going to be my first ratio. 12 over x. Remember, a proportion is two ratios equaled together. So my next ratio is going to be the other corresponding sides. So 5 corresponds with 30 because it's that short side. They're in the same position. So 5 over 30. Now, here's the thing. So since I had 12 over x and 12's from this small triangle, I need to make sure I have 5 over 30 and not 30 over 5. 12's from the small triangle, so my other number on top also has to be from the small triangle. Okay, so make sure you check that, okay? So once you have your proportion, we solve this proportion. And again, you should know how to solve proportions. I do the butterfly method. 12 times 30 is 360. And then 5 times x is 5x. And then we solve this. Divide by 5, divide by 5. X is going to equal 360 divided by 5, which is 72. So this missing side over here is 72. Let's do another one. Okay, let's do this one. And so again, we're given that they're proportional, and so we have to assume that it's proportional. So we're going to set up our proportion using our corresponding sides. X corresponds to 96. That they are in the same position, so x over 96. And then 6 is going to correspond to 72. Again, we have to write 6 over 72 because the x comes from the smaller rectangle. So we have to have the smaller rectangle first on top here. And once we do our proportion, we do our butterfly method. X times 72 is 72x. 96 times 6 is 576. And then we solve. Divide by 72, divide by 72. Again, we're solving equations here. Once we set it up, and we get x is equal to 8. So this missing side here is 8, and we know they're proportional. You can also determine if you're right by doing the bigger number divided by its corresponding side. So like 72 divided by 6 is 12. You have to get the same number when you do it here. 96 divided by 8. 96 divided by 8 is also 12, so we know our answer is correct. That's how you can check proportional figures. Thank you for watching.